All right, going live. All right, yes, going live. Aloha, everybody. We here, Kalai Manaole and Aiko Manaole. Oh, right there. Aiko Manaole. And today is August 2nd, 2025. The debut of Kānaka News Now. Yeah. And this is news for us. But anyway, before we go any further, I'd like to hand it over to my beautiful wife. If you believe my wife is beautiful, please comment in the box below. Aiko is beautiful.
We're not doing that.
We're doing that. Just do that. Comment, like, and subscribe. Comment, like, and subscribe. Comment, like, and subscribe. Okay, go ahead, mom. Because my mama she the boss. So go ahead.
Okay, so my husband doesn't have social media. He doesn't do social media, but his voice is very strong in the community. And so I am not Kānaka. I have zero blood, but I stand by Kānaka 100%, as well as my husband and everything he does. So I created this channel to give Kānaka the opportunity to voice their opinions, whatever, they feel like voicing. It has to be true, it has to be real. We don't want to get into all that drama, but I love to have this opportunity open for Kānaka, because it's about time Kānaka gets something. So I'm gonna go make rice. Daddy can take over.
We got Marlin Pokeballs tonight, guys. Woohoo! Choo! Anyway, and for this inauguration, I'd like to credit Brother Wayne Kaivi out there of Kaivi Entertainment. Hey, if you guys like somebody that can put on a really good event for you, contact Kaivi Entertainment. Sister Sherry and Brother Wayne, they're solid people, and that's why I'm wearing, in honor of them, I'm wearing back the blue. And I gotta tell you guys, we're gonna be covering a lot of stuff, especially stuff in the courts and whatnot. And I just want to make it clear, yeah, that I am Kānaka 100%, right? No, we're not dealing. Yeah, I know I'm 50% blood quantum, but 100% Kānaka in my mind, in my heart, and in my soul, right? And so, I run on that, okay, and I believe that us guys have a chance to be able to be out there, having our voice heard, and to assert ourselves in our own country. Okay. However, I do understand that the political makeup of Hawaii is under the United States, right? Rightfully or wrongfully, good or bad, it doesn't matter, right? To me, it's the power that exists right now. And so let me explain to you where I come from. Okay, I am Aloha Auinalā, Mau, right? And I stand with Aloha Auinalā, Mau. I stand with my people now and forever. We are patriots of this land, and this is our land. This land is our home, right? Home that was given to us by Keakua, who allowed us to come here and establish ourselves as Kānaka. All the different Polynesians that came here, the first, second, and third migrations, and boom, one blossom, one new thing called Kānaka Maoli, and that's us, right? Now, of course, in this political environment that we are, people call us Hawaiians, right? And then you get different kind of Hawaiians. First off, you get just add water and stir Hawaiians, and then you get Hawaiians. Just add water and stir. You only Hawaiian for convenience when the thing work for you. Nah, you gotta come out and do the hard work, bro. But anyway, no. So we have the political climate says that you get Native Hawaiian small N, Native Hawaiian big N, and Native Hawaiian. And let me tell you that this is a factual distinction that the political powers that be has created. Okay? The political powers. I never create them. The political powers didn't create them. Because if you ask me, I'm going to tell you we're all Kānaka. Doesn't matter if you no more cocoa or if you get cocoa. You get 100% cocoa, 1% cocoa, or no cocoa. If you Kanaka in your heart, you Kanaka. I believe like our cousins over there in Aotearoa believe, the Maoris, right? That if, because there are no more 100% Maoris anymore. So they believe if you Maori in your heart, you Maori. That's why there's a lot of blonde hair, blue eyed Maoris. And they're solid, right? So to me, it don't matter who you are. As long as you Kanaka in your heart, I'm good with you. I don't want no problems with you, right? So, but the political climate classifies those three types of Hawaiians. Now, why do I say that? It's legally written. Under the Hawaiian Homes Commissions Act, 50% or more blood quantum is small N Native Hawaiians. 49% less is the large N Native Hawaiians, right? And then we have Hawaiians, those who are born over here, right? So it's not by ethnicity, it's by nationality, right? You're born in this nation over here. Of course, there's a lot of people born here consider themselves Americans. And there's a lot of Kanaka, there's a lot of Hawaiians, whether small N, big N, or regular Hawaiians, that consider themselves Americans. And let me just say to you, aloha to you. You have every right to be American if you want to. That's your prerogative. I cannot tell you what you should be, what you shouldn't be, how you should be, whatever. It don't matter to me. But let me tell you also that I have every right to be who I am and who I believe myself to be and what I promote, right? And so this message is for Kanaka. Kanaka, you have a chance right now on this channel to be yourself and to assert our claims of being Kanaka in our own country. Kanaka Keo Iwi, right, of this land. These people, us guys, the bones of this land right here is right up, is us, right? So stand proud, be proud, rise up, and the time is now. Stop namu in your mouth and get out and get active. Get educated, right? So, talking about education, we're going to be doing a channel for Ho'omanapono LLC. Ho'omanapono, if you don't know, it means righteous empowerment. That's why I created it in 2014. We've been in existence for 11 years now. And finally, we're starting to get some sunlight. We're starting to get people recognize what we do. The Pacific Foundation, babe, what was that? Pacific? Yeah, the Pacific Foundation recently gave us a grant to be able to continue to educate, empower, and advocate for our people. And so I really appreciate that. So I think I might have been saying I'm wrong, but that's I can look up, bro. Yeah. Huh? Right? Yeah. Yeah. So my boss said just continue. All right. So yeah, we don't like take too long in this. Okay. So this is the inaugural one. So hey, this is raw. This is real. Like if you watch our other videos, we raw and we real, right? And again, my wife is the boss. Okay. But anyway, I answer to her. Okay. And my professor. Shout out to my professor. Right on. You know what I mean? But
Wait, that should be another
what?
thing. That should be another thing.
What's that?
That parolees don't get a chance to, or people that are formerly incarcerated. I shouldn't say parolees because you guys are not supposed to talk to each other. But people that have been incarcerated before, that are like off paper or whatever, and they need a voice, we can somehow maybe get your voice heard. Maybe not be with you.
Yeah. Well,
right?
Then in that case, I think that you handle that conversation over there.
Or they can write in.
Yeah, or they can just write it. Yeah.
But they still have their voice heard.
They have the right to have their voice heard. But on parole, can hang out with ex-cons. So, and that's what we don't do that. We just empower everybody. But my work in advocacy, we don't see if you parole or not parole. And I'm gonna tell you right now, all my guys that I did time with, They know me, bro. I don't play that game, bro. You on parole, you doing all right? Okay, we good. But if you act a fool and go back to doing your stupid stuff, I don't support you, bro. I'm not gonna empower you, enable you to do that. Okay, so no use me for go make stupid, crazy stuff, actions or whatever, hurt the public or anything like that. Cause I don't do that. I don't do that for myself, and I love you enough not to enable you to do that for yourself. Okay, so if I do any advocacy for you, it's for the issue that needs to be advocated, whether it's in the state, federal, city, county, whatever, right? But well, we don't hang out and we don't party and all that. But personally, I don't even party anymore, so I don't even do that. Okay, I only eat. my wife make my wife making Marlin poke bowls right now, so that's what we're doing. Okay, but anyway, yeah. So I want to do that out. I want to do some shout outs to some really solid Kanaka out there. They're doing great work. Um, Helani Sonora Pale with Kalahui Political Action Committee. She been in the game for a long time, been out there with a long, strong voice. Shout out to Helani Sonora Pale. You know, she's solid. I know. But I had to go a couple rounds with her, but she's solid, but she stand her ground. So I'm good with that, right? I'm good with that. We in a time of working together now. You know what I mean? Because we just trying to advance our people. Okay. And then I also like to shout out to the very first Kānaka Wahine from the homestead of Ho'olehua, the independent nation of Molokai, um, Patty Tankayo. I shout out to her because first of all, anybody got a problem with her, you got a problem with me because that's my tito. Okay, so if you get problems with her, yeah, well, go deal with that, bro. But that's my tito. I stand by her. She's solid. Why? Because she's the first Kanaka Waini from the homestead that broke through the granite ceiling. What does that mean? Development. In the world of development, she's the first Kānaka Waine, Mana Waine from the homestead, especially from Molokai, the independent nation of Molokai. Right there. That's her. Patty Tankayo. So shout out to Patty Tankayo. We love you, Tita. We support you. And no worry about you know me, I'm a friend for you, I'm a friend for life. And also I like to shout out to Nani Peterson because Nani Peterson, bro, is running with it, bro. She learning paralegal pro se litigation stuff. She was the first Kanaka to run one trial in Olelo, Hawaii. Everybody missed it. All you guys missed it. I know because we was there. You wasn't there, right? So, Nani Peterson, congratulations to you. And we're looking forward to continue to working with you, to doing the great work that you're doing, learning to empower yourself by running your own trial, bro. The score is 3-1 right now. She won 3 of her cases. One is the one that she lost. She's still up on appeal. And then we got some more going on now. So, and she's the first person to run her own trial pro se in Olelo, Hawaii. And thanks also to Kumuhina. Kumuhina, right, you guys gotta know, Kumuhina is solid, bro. And she was the one that was able to be the interpreter. And you know what's funny? In the court, in every other language that appears in a court, the interpreter is there for the person interpreted from English to that person. But as Judge David Hayakawa first acknowledged, Hawaiian is the first language of this nation. So you know the interpretation. The interpretation is not for the Kanaka sitting at the table. The interpretation is for everybody else in the room, including the judge and the prosecutor. So I kind of like that dynamic right now, and I hope that we're able to promote Olelo Hawaii on the Aina that we're working on, that we can offer classes that people can learn, because I want to learn. I only learned a little bit when I was growing up. My mother would say a little bit thing and stuff like that, except for when she sat me down and gave me the family mukuauhau. That one was all in over here. That one was the Nihao dialect, but it's a distinctive dialect. So I'm familiar with that because that Mokuahau was from her mouth to my ears and to my heart. So I get the family Mokuahau. Okay, anyway, yeah, so that's where we are right now. We're at 15 minutes and 17 seconds or so. I don't want to make this long, drawn out. It's not a rant or anything. Just remember, you see that flag right there? That's the Kānaka flag. Yeah, they got some issues with them. Like, some people say the thing just was created. Some people say it was created a long time ago. To me, it doesn't matter. The reason why I like that flag right there is because it represents us, the Kānaka Nation. You know, the colors are not affiliated with America or Britain. That's why the High Hawaii, yeah, I'm gonna salute the High Hawaii because that came. Our king too also said that. It's all good. I'm not gonna buck that. But this flag, this Kānaka Nation flag. So I'm gonna always refer to this as the Kānaka Nation flag. Okay, so just know that thing is on my wall for a reason, and that shows you where I stand. So with that, and I started off with this, and let me finish with this. Back the blue. I'm gonna tell you right now, we back HPD. We're not coming out here and hating on them. They get one job to do, and they're gonna do. However, we do know that within the ranks, there are those in the ranks that put on the uniform and think the thing is Teflon. Yeah, things made out of Teflon material, and they use that to threaten and intimidate and abuse our people. So where that happens, I'm sorry, but if you're wrong, we're gonna have to call it out. Bro. I don't like do that, but we're gonna have to do that because when I was wrong, you guys was quick to call me out and bust me up and take me to the police station and all that. And so, hey, fair is fair. Right is right, wrong is wrong, is fair is fair. So just know that nothing that we do on this channel is in hate or in disrespect of anybody in law enforcement. I get plenty of friends that's in law enforcement, and I respect them. They respect me. A lot of us, we grew up, did our thing. There was cops on the street. I was a punk on the street. We had clashes. I had to eat it. I had okay lumps on my head. Okay, you know what I mean? So I already know, right? I've been there, and you've been there for all those OGs that was there. So we know where each other stand. And I have no disrespect for you or people in blue. So my message to the people in blue: hold yourself in high esteem, bro. Carry the honor that your badge has. And the main thing I like about your uniform is that the patch that's on your badge, that little yellow splintered paddle that you can see right there on my flag, that is the first law of this land. Mamalahoi Kanawai. Mamalahoi Kanawai. That's the first law of this land. And you have it on your patch. Learn what that means. And if you learn what that means, then you learn the true meaning of aloha. Because you're not there to be trying to punk us or abuse your power over us. You're there to serve and protect, and you first serve and protect with aloha. And for my people, kapo aloha is the number one rule I get. You're not in kapo aloha, I'm not standing with you. Because I'm not going to let you go out there act a fool and act stupid with the cops and all that. I'm not standing with you with that. You go do that, you're on your own, bro. No need to do that, bro. Just always be in kapo aloha, okay? Counting down to the 28th minute right here. I love all you guys. Stay blessed. Stay empowered. Learn how to get empowered. And if you want to learn, our channels will open up. We'll do all that. Okay? Love, peace, and happiness, y'all. We out of here. Aloha.